speaker, Dr. Renuka Roy, Professor, Department of English, Seth Kesarimal, Porwar College, Kamti, Nagpur. All the literary aspirants, distinguished young participants, and all the members of Center of Literary Interaction and Creativity who are excited to be here on the 7th day of 10 days online soft skill certificate course organized in collaboration with Center of Literary Interaction and Creativity, Nagpur, MANOHARRAO KAMDI Mahavidyalaya, Nagpur, Rajkumar Keval Ramani Kanya Mahavidyalaya, Nagpur, Greenhaven Institute of Management and Research, Nagpur, Anjuman Girls Degree College, Nagpur. So everybody here on this platform, I humbly welcome on this certificate course on imprint with the motto of dream, believe and achieve. Friends, it is a matter of pride and delight that we got an ample positive responses from the diverse participants who have registered from various universities across different states and districts of our country. We are indeed very delighted to have connected academically with such a large diverse participants. So my heartfelt thanks to all the participants for your immense support and participation. Thank you all. Now, in this dynamic landscape of today's professional world, individuals are frequently confronted with situations that demand swift and effective decision making, often under the considerable pressure. The ability to make sound judgments amongst uncertainty and diversity is not only a hallmark of strong leadership, but it is also a critical component of soft skill development. Decision making under pressure encapsulates the art and science of navigating complex scenarios where time is the essence and stakes are high, whether in the boardroom or in everyday life. Individuals are continually tasked with making choices that can shape outcomes and also determines the success or failure. In today's session, we will explore all the different strategies, the techniques, the real world examples that are all essential and which will empower all the individuals to navigate challenges with confidence. So, to shed more light onto this, today I'm really privileged to have the esteemed presence of Dr. Renuka Roy, ma'am, a truly luminary in the realm of academia, renowned for her unwavering commitment to pursue of knowledge and excellence. Currently serving as a distinguished professor of English at S.K. Porwal College, Kamti, Nagpur, Dr. Roy brings forth a wealth of experience spanning over 14 years, during which she has illuminated the minds of countless students at undergraduate and postgraduate levels. Her scholarly immense extends far beyond the confines of the classroom, as evidenced by her prolific contributions to esteemed peer-reviewed journals such as Literary Criterion, The Interior Cynical, the Rupkatha Journal. Dr. Roy's contribution and her expressions in the form of words in national level publications could also be cited, where her insightful research papers have been featured as chapters in esteemed volumes. Moreover, she has graced numerous national and international platforms with her erudite oral presentations, enriching the academic discourse on the topics ranging from feminist studies to diasporic literature and Indo-Caribbean studies. Beyond her scholarly pursuits, Dr. Roy's influence extended to the realm of soft skill training, where she excels in guiding the students for interview techniques, personality development, and her dedication to nurturing holistic development, which is also very commendable. She has also involved in various committees of the college itself, where she has ardently fostered students' language proficiency, particularly if I talk in English. Not only this, Roy Ma'am also stands as a testament to the transformative power of lifelong learning, embodying the ethos of academic excellence and intellectual curiosity. Today, as she graces us with her expertise on the intricacies of decision making under pressure, we are afforded a rare opportunity to glean the insights from the true visionary in the field of education. So the platform is all yours and pleasure is all ours. Over to Roy ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Qureshi, for such an elaborate introduction. I'm really feeling greatly burdened. I don't know whether I'll
It's
be able to fulfill your expectations or not today. At
certainly
the
ma'am.
outset, I would like to thank and congratulate the members of all these esteemed organizations. Click, that is Center for Literary Interaction and Creativity, Nagpur; मनोहराव कामड़ी महाविद्यालय नागपुर; राजकुमार केवल रमाणी कन्या महाविद्यालय नागपुर; Green Heaven Institute of Management and Research, Nagpur; Anjuman Girls College, Nagpur. And the stakeholders in these colleges, they are all my mentors, guides, and respectable members from English fraternity: Dr. Pranoti Chakraborty, Dr. Usha Sakure Madam, Dr. Urmila Dabir Madam, Dr. Anil Sharma Sir, Dr. Anjum Ara Khan Madam. I am really thankful to all of them for giving me this opportunity to share my views on one of the most important topics that is really an integral part. It has to be addressed from the perspective of the students as well as from the perspective of the professionals, that is decision making under pressure. And when this topic was given to me, I was at a fix, because this topic is extremely, it is a very vast topic, and it is humanly not possible to cover all the nuances of this topic within a single presentation. So I would like to ask Dr. Minakshi Vasnik, Madam, are we addressing the students at undergraduate level or at the postgraduate level, or are we addressing the faculty members as well?
Faculty members are not there, ma'am. We are addressing just the graduate and graduate and postgraduate
Okay,
participants. Yeah.
okay. So thank you so much. And then my presentation will be quite justifiable, because I have prepared this from the point of view of us, of the students. Nowadays, the topics that has been chosen by this beautiful collaboration, it is highly relevant, because every day we know the things that we learn in our curriculum, in our syllabus. We mug up certain theorems, we prepare ourselves to solve some equations, we solve the problems in the examinations, we learn by heart the different theories and all these things. But life is much above all this formal education. At every step we have to make many practical, practical decisions. We have to take many actions, and we have to appear for many informal examination every now and then. And at that time, my dear student friends, your integrity, your value, your dedication to work, your knowledge, everything is tested, you know. Right now when you are studying, only you have to appear for the examination twice a year, being the semester pattern in Nagpur University. But when you will step into the real world, every day is an examination. Every day your skills are tested. Yeah, they have been put into, you have to put your thoughts into action, you have to make some decisions. And that time, how well you practically apply the education that you have derived. that you have gained in your formal years of learning, it will be a really test of time for you. So such platforms where issues like decision making, issues like empathy, issues like developing self confidence and change management, all this topic, that a very innovative package. I really congratulate Dr. Sakure, Dr. Wasnik, for picking up such topics for our students, and trying to hone up their skills for challenges ahead. So without wasting much time, let us go move on to our deliberation. Now let us talk about decision making. What are the problems, nuances, fine nuances of decision making, where our students need to make decisions, and how can we make our decisions more clear and effective. So I wish to bring to your notice, dear student friends, that we are at many places, we are standing on the crossroads where we have to decide within our priorities, family priorities, and we have to decide what career we need to choose. We have to manage our time, we have to look after the well-being of our near and dear one. So there are so many things that we need to do in our life to come, and that naturally brings pressure, that naturally give rise to stress. Now this session will be dedicated to guide you, to give you a kind of understanding of what we ought to do during such situations, and what should be our mindset, our approach, for making a sound decision in the pressure condition. So with before moving ahead, let me make it very clear what is decision making. It is a process of our mind. Whatever decision we make, these things are processed in our mind, and then we bring it into action. In psychology, decision making is defined as the cognitive process resulting in the selection of a belief or a course of action among the several possible alternative options. So, what you choose out of different ways or alternatives, options available before you, is considered as your final decision. So, here there can be multiple options ahead of you, there can be different opportunities, different course of action for you open, but what do you choose out of them is actually they talk about your decision. It could be either rational or sometimes irrational. Rational means decision that has been taken based on your intellectual faculty. आपने कोई भी चीज को, you have analyzed the situation, you have seen pros and cons, you have seen the possible courses of action, and you have weighed the profit and loss in taking certain decision, and then only you embarked on that course of action, can be called as rational decision. Sometimes some decisions are taken intuitively, that is based on your earlier experience, that is your gut feeling. So they are called as irrational. Now, while decision making, these are the things that we take into consideration. For example, what are the alternative available? So, what
Excuse
actually
me,
is
Renuka ma'am.
yes?
Your slides are not moving. Are you still in the first slide?
No, I have moved ahead, ma'am.
Uh,
I'm on my third slide.
no, ma'am. I think you are only on the first slide.
No, I am on third slide.
Uh,
And
but
here it is clearly showing that google.com is sharing a window.
okay. Let me ask Humera ma'am. 1 second, madam.
Which
Humera ma'am.
slide is going on?
Uh,
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am is on the on the first slide. That is what visible to us, ma'am.
yeah, actually, she's supposed to say that she's on the third slide.
No
Ma'am,
problem. Ma'am can like again reshare the screen. That
Okay.
way she can go.
Should I stop sharing?
yeah,
Yeah.
you stop sharing and reshare again.
Okay. Okay. Should I reshare
Now,
it?
Let her,
yes,
let her,
ma'am. And
let her. She will.
Has it stopped sharing?
Yes,
Is
yes, it has
huh.
stopped
Now I'll
sharing.
reshare it again.
Yes.
Entire screen. Should I go for entire screen?
Yeah, you go
yes,
for entire screen, ma'am. Yeah, it is processing. Yeah. Just move on to the third slide. Yeah, now the slides are moving, madam. So
Is the third slide visible now?
decision making, there is some flow chart like.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
okay. Just
Yes.
move to the
Thank you.
fourth and then move to the third. Whether you
Yes,
just want to see.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Fourth is
absolutely
okay.
right. Yeah, yeah,
Now
yeah.
this one is
Yes,
third.
ma'am. Perfect, perfect.
Yes. Thank you so much, Meenakshi madam, for pointing out. Otherwise, it would not have been well.
Yes. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Dear students, let us now once again move on to our slide, that is decision making. What are the aspects that we take into consideration while making decisions? I'll give you an example that when you passed your 12th standard examination, you were at the threshold when you had to make decision about the faculty that you wish to choose, what way, what career you want to do. Those students who have already taken decision in at in 10th standard that they want to go for science, they want to take engineering, it was okay for them. Those who have done plain science in 11 12, they were in fix whether they wish to go in science field and pursue BSc, or whether they want to switch the field and take commerce, or they want to take the easier way or make more light studies by pursuing arts faculty. So these are there might be number of alternatives in front of you, which university you want to study in, whether you want to stay in your hometown, whether you want to move out and pursue a study in some other universities in nearby towns. So there are so many alternatives in front of you, and you were facing the phase of uncertainty. This flow chart is a very smart one. You will see that these things you have gone through. I'll give you very practical examination. You faced a phase of uncertainty. You were not ready. You were not sure whether to choose this one or that. You were quite scared of high risk consequences. Suppose I choose some good course in some town like Pune, or some place like Warangal, or some place like Delhi. So, and I invest, my parents, they do invest lots of money for this course. Will I be able to justify, will I be able to do my well, or can I make myself comfortable in that place? There were issues like interpersonal issues, like the people there in other cities, they have different culture, they have different background, their curriculum was different. So can I match up myself with their curriculum, their set of thinking, their way of looking at the things? All these complexities are there. They always keep on hampering on your head, and it makes your decision making process very complicated. So my dear student friends, in such normal situation also, you might have gone through such complex situations. Now there are some friends, some student friends, for them decisions were being made by their parents, and others where they have taken their own decisions, and they have crossed all these barriers. I would like to congratulate them, those student friends at the undergraduate level. those who have taken decision on their own, whichever stream they have chosen for themselves, whichever college or university they have opted for themselves. I would like to congratulate them for having this ability to take decision at such a tender age. Now, moving ahead, let us talk about some daily routine examples where we have to make decisions every day. So every day you need to take decision about that I'm going to my college. What should I wear? Today I'm going to appear for an interview, a walk-in. So what should be my attire? How should I present myself? Okay. There is a wedding at my friend's house. So program or some dance show. So such decisions are to be taken every day. We have to take certain decisions every day. We have to decide on what am I going to eat for my lunch that will be healthy for me, that will be fulfilling, that will keep me active. So every time we need to take these kinds of decisions. If somebody else is taking decision on your behalf, like your mother is preparing lunch, she also needs to make such decisions. She also needs to take such decisions every day. Choosing which book to read. Now it is vacation time. You will be preparing for examinations, and then after examination there will be lots of leisure. At such moment you'll be quite at fix that which book is to be read, what will give me maximum information, as well as it will keep me busy, entertain me. Deciding what to do next. In summer vacation, many of you might be thinking of which hobby course I should take up. Should I go for some sports activities? Sun is scorching and hot outside. So playing certain outdoor game, will it be advisable? Or should I switch for some swimming class? Such number of such issues will be always troubling our dear student friends. And as a student we face challenge of making decision about what course is to be taken, what curriculum is to be followed. This we have already discussed. And for the when you will go pursuing higher studies, you will have to make choices between your career. Your career should be such that it should derive you pleasure of working. At the same time, it should be lucrative. It should promise you to give good earning. So such decisions are there for our students to make. So we have to be very analytical. We have to keep on thinking. We have to analyzing. We have to, first of all, we have to know our own aptitude. We should be aware of our own capabilities, our own likes and dislikes. Let us now discuss certain situations where our students need to take decisions. Like at the time of taking admissions or choosing streams, the student needs to take decisions regarding which subject they need to study. Before choosing the subject, they cannot go on choosing the subject in random manner. They have to take into consideration their own aptitude, like their own. If a certain student is constantly doing well in subject like mathematics and science in his school days, naturally it is advisable for him to choose science faculty. So you have to be extremely introspective. You have to know yourself well. Before making decisions, you should go for your SWOT analysis. You should know that what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, what are the opportunities, and what are the challenges. So if a student is choosing journalism. So he should understand whether I have good linguistic skills, whether I am aware of all the social, political, and global activities, whether I have kept myself updated with the surrounding and with what is going on and around the world, and whether I am a person who can go outside these four walls of classroom and interact with people confidently. Intellectual and extrovert, these two faculties of a teacher of a student will definitely help him to become a good journalist. So such questions are to be asked, such introspections are to be done by the students before making any decisions of admissions, before choosing any field. If some student want to do some course in chartered accountant, so accountancy, so the student should be able to understand whether his aptitude is fitted for that course or not, and he has to analyze his or her strength well before making the decisions. So it is very difficult for a student while making decisions and choosing streams and taking admissions. During our course of studies, we have to meet certain deadlines. We have to be under pressure while submitting assignments and submitting our projects. The deadlines are always there, hanging on our heads. So the students have to work a lot under pressure. If a certain student is that meticulous that he chalks out his timetable well, he prioritizes his needs, and he makes the things quite clear, and he schedules his activities, such deadlines can be easily met. So the pressure here will be only to submit it in absolutely finished form. There the work submitted will be of more greater quality and clarity, as well as excellent inputs. So the students, for meeting the deadlines, you need to plan, you need to prioritize, you need to schedule, you need to have proper timetable and proper adherence of the same. During examinations also, we are really having pressure to make the best of the decision within those 3 hours time. So we have to undergo different pressures, like we are under the pressure of our parental expectations. Our parents have invested not only their money, but at the same time their expectations and their emotional bondings with us. So by performing well in the examination, we want to pay back to our parents. So during the examinations, we are under pressure of our parental expectations. We are under peer pressure. That friend of mine, he is very good in mathematics. He has taken very good coaching classes. He will perform better. Such healthy competition is always there, and it ought to be there among the students. Such competitions, they always motivate our student to perform better. So such pressures are desirable. At the same time, the students are under pressure for scoring well, getting better percentage and percentile in different examinations, so that they can secure the position of greater advantage at better institution, higher education, or secure better jobs. So that pressure is always there, pressure of performance. Again, when you will enter the job market, you will have the pressure of applying and appearing for job interviews. So, dear student friends, you will have to choose which job is suitable for the kind of qualification that I have and for the kind of aptitude I carry. So at that moment also you will experience lots of pressure. Every now and then we are in the era of revolution. Which kind of revolution? Revolution in social networking sites, social media. Everyone wants to be seen and heard and appreciated, and we have seen that there are a number of platforms. I might not be able to take names of all of them, like we have to showcase ourselves on WhatsApp. We have to update our status on WhatsApp. We have to change our profile pics, and we have to have wonderful stories on Facebook. We have to post our reels. Some of our students might be YouTubers. They might be influencers in Instagram. So constantly our students are under pressure. Our young generation is under pressure of presenting themselves, creating a positive image of themselves on these social networking sites. At the same time, human being is a social animal. Like in the virtual world, we socialize, we have not left our physical world behind. We have to be physically also a very extremely social. So we need to attend weddings, we need to attend board meetings, we need to go and enjoy certain outings, hikings, picnics. And these are some of very few examples I have cited here. These are some of the situations where our young friends, they have to make decisions, like for hiking, what should I carry, what should be my bag like, what are things that I will require. At the same time, the thing that I'll be carrying on my back, my satchel should not be very heavy. So if I'm going for certain wedding, so what kind of wedding it is, whether it is very close, very wedding having very close friends there, or whether it is a grand wedding, so what should I wear, what present should I give, how should I carry myself in such social situations. Are my parents close friends with the people who are throwing this party? So how should I interact with them? What courtesies should I extend to make myself quite pleasant as a youngster? How should I show my reverence to the elders over there? So there are a number of things that keep on pressurizing the minds of our younger generation when they are trying to socialize in the physical world. So these are some of the examples of pressure that this generation is experiencing every now and then. I would say this generation, I would not say these were the pressure that we had experienced in that, intensity in our generation. Because ours was okay, we also had competition, but yours is fiercely competitive era generation. So you have to be more alert, you have to be more vigilant, you have to be more ready for facing such pressures and perform well as well. So you cannot be always unsmart, relaxed. You have to be always on your toes. So let us see how we can face this. Now, this slide is specially targeted. It is highly technical slide. It talks about the kind of decisions that our young adults, you all my dear student friends who are attending today, I'll address you as young adults. Why? Because you're on, you're standing on the threshold of teenage and adulthood. You are not yet. You have not yet entered your late 20s or 30s, and you are still very young, and you have just left that beautiful adolescence behind. And now you are feeling that you're responsible for taking some decisions of your life. So there are number of decisions that you have to take. Like some decisions are programmed there, whereas some decisions are non-programmed decision. What is programmed decision? For example, summer has come, and certain outing is already being scheduled. Now your tickets are already being done, and here you have to take decisions like, what are the things that I need to pack up for my travel? What should I carry? Should I carry my identity card? Should I carry my Aadhaar card along with me? How much money should I carry during travel? Or should I rely on the digital money? And how should I keep myself fit during travel, etc. These are certain decisions that are called as programmed decisions. Programmed decisions are routine, repetitive in nature. For example, every day I go to my workplace at certain time. Every new day I have to make a decision. Like today, it is this day, we have such important meetings in my workplace. So what should be my preparation level like? What things I need to get ready for my workplace, right? How should I dress up myself? My grooming part. What are the points that I need to remember, recall before going for such meetings? So, although these things are routine, repetitive, but yet you need to have your level of preparedness. You cannot be casual, you cannot be very relaxed, or you cannot be losing your guards, even though these are programmed decisions. Some decisions are non-programmed. You're not ready for certain decisions. For example, driving to your workplace. Suppose your vehicle has broken down halfway. You need to attend some program or some meeting. You have to reach that place on time. So what will you do in certain situations? Whether you will repair your vehicle, or whether you drop your vehicle then and there itself and move ahead for your office and meet your appointment there. So such decisions are called as non-programmed decisions that we have to make on the spur of the moment. These are extempo decisions. They happen to every one of us at some moment or the other, and they catch you unguarded. You are not prepared for such thing, but at that time your presence of mind, your common sense, your accumulated wisdom, all these things, आपका presence of mind होना चाहिए, आपको common sense होना ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. Your experience should be there, that if I keep on repairing this vehicle of mine, which is a quite tedious task, I might not get a proper mechanic, I might not get proper services here. So what should I do? Hmm? So should I approach my workplace and meet the deadline, meet my appointment first? So such analysis has to be done very quick, very fast, and such decisions are to be made. So should I take help of some backup of mind? मेरे पास कोई बैकअप है, मेरे पास कोई सपोर्ट सिस्टम है, उसका मैं हेल्प लूं, and I hand over this task to my backup, to my support system, and I move ahead with my own appointment. कि मैं यही मेरा अपॉइंटमेंट कैंसिल करके मैं अपना गाड़ी को सुधारूं पहले. So what I should do? Certain decisions, they are extremely crucial. They have to be. You need to take them, and you have to prepare around yourself such support systems that you can face such tricky situations efficiently. Operational and strategic decisions. There are some decisions where you need to devise certain strategies. For example, suppose you are the member of student councils. I hope that many of our colleges, they have the student councils where the students have been assigned the responsibility, they have been entrusted with the responsibility of carrying out some of the important tasks. Like you have to celebrate 12th of January, that is Yuvak Day, birth anniversary of Swami Vivekanand. And the students, the youths of the college, they were being interested with the activity of organization of this activity. At such moment, what you need to do, you need to take certain operational decisions, certain strategic decisions. You need to chalk out the budget, you need to make the plans for the program, you need to see whom to be involved, you need to tap all the funding agencies, you need to contact the people, service providers, and event managers to make this event a successful one. So at such moments, you need to have lots of operational and strategic decision making abilities. Some of the decisions are organizational and some of the decisions are personal. My dear student friends, life is all about striking a balance between personal and professional life of yourself. Many a times you'll find that when you are more tilted towards your organizational benefit, your personal life, your health, your family life, they sometimes gets neglected. So it is a tightrope walk for us ahead to balance between organizational and personal decisions, and to strike a balance is it is really an art. You need to take many major and minor decisions in your life. Sometimes you need to decide for yourself, sometimes you need to decide for your group. What is right for the well-being of everyone? सारा ग्रुप के वेलबींग के लिए क्या अच्छा है, ये आपको बहुत बार डिसाइड करना पड़ता है. यू कैन नॉट वर्क इन आइसोलेशन. You have to always be moving ahead with your team. So what is advisable, what is good for your entire team? So you have to, at that time, you have to sacrifice your individual needs, and you have to look for the well-being of the entire group. Some of the decisions are tactical and operational. The way we have seen that operational and strategic, it is in the similar manner, it goes like that. Now, how to make personal better decisions? आपको अच्छा decision लेना है, तो what are the things that you need to keep in mind? Even when you are under pressure, great pressure, that time also, what are the things that you need to keep in your mind? Our good decisions can be taken by the one whose mind is very clear, he is unbiased, his concepts and conceptual knowledge are extremely clear, he is a well trained person, he knows his vocation quite well, वो अपना जो काम है अच्छे से जानता है. There is a proverb, they say that those who sweat more in training bleed less in battlefield. जिसने अपना बैटलफील्ड के लिए जब ट्रेनिंग लेते वक्त जो व्यक्ति ज्यादा मेहनत करता है, स्वेटिंग जिसका ज्यादा होता है, वो बैटलफील्ड में, एक्चुअल बैटलफील्ड में उसको कम हानि पहुंचती है. दैट मीन्स यू नीड टू ट्रेन योर ब्रेन. आपको ऐसे जीवन में बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस आएंगे. इन ऑर्डर टू फेस दोज चैलेंजेस efficiently, effectively, what you need to do, you need to train your brain in that way. आपको अपने ब्रेन को उस तरह से कस्टमाइज करना पड़ेगा, ट्रेन करना पड़ेगा. You have to be always alert, agile, very professional, and high level of integrity. Your accountability should be very great. From the student phase से ही आपको, right from this phase, you should be very answerable, accountable, you should be punctual. So these will make your mind more clear. This will develop your confidence. If you're clear in your conduct, अगर आप अपने conduct में clear है, आपका behavior, आपका way of approaching the things are clear, if you're sincere, देखना आप में automatically you'll have a kind of confidence. Determine the desired outcome. आप कोई भी decision लेना चाहते हो, any decision. For example, I want to become a very successful business person. I want to start my own startup. This is my desired outcome. ये मैं करना चाहता हूँ. Through my startup, I not only want to earn my own livelihood, but I want that some of my friends also should get employment and get benefited by that startup. So you should have already a kind of your mind map, your blueprint for what you're going to do before making that decision. So for that you need to go for lots of spade work. आपको बहुत सारा पहले से उसके लिए काम करना पड़ेगा. बहुत सारा planning and execution इसमें आएंगे. Prioritize the key factors. कोई भी बड़ा decision लेने से पहले आपको prioritize करना पड़ेगा कि मेरे लिए क्या क्या चीजें सबसे ज्यादा important है. Right? What are the things that should be put first in the list? That is called as prioritizing. आपको इस मोमेंट में क्या करना है? What is the right thing to do at that right moment? उसको कहा जाता है prioritizing. Sometimes some decisions are to be taken intuitively. What is intuition? Intuition is your gut feeling. आपका कॉन्शियस, आपका सबकॉन्शियस माइंड जो है बहुत बार आपको नॉक करता रहता है. वो आपको बताता है कि this you need to do. For example, I'll give you very simple example to you, daily example. Like you are going to leave your house for another 15 days. You're going for an outing. Your subconscious mind will give you certain, warnings. It will tell you that you need to switch off all the, gadgets. आप अपने गैजेट्स को बंद करो. जैसे हम लोग रेफ्रिजरेटर वगैरह बंद नहीं करते. इट गोज ऑन, इट इज ऑन ऑल द टाइम एंड दैट इज एडवाइजेबल. बट अगर आपके घर में गीजर है तो आपको चेक करना है दैट ऑल गीजर इज स्विच्ड ऑफ. इफ यू हैव if you have microwave oven, you have to see that it is switched off. You have to see that regulator of your gas knob is off. Right? So all these decisions, ये सारे जो decisions है, these you have to take intuitively. These decisions are based on your earlier experiences, and they are highly important decisions. Taking such smart decisions, making checklists of what I should do before leaving my home for another 15 days, and working accordingly. Hmm. They will, help you avoid so many risks. आपको इतने सारे रिस्क से वो बचाएगा. If you are leaving your house for another 15 days and you are leaving certain valuables in your household safe, आपको हमेशा, you'll be always troubled that my god, my house, may any burglar can break into my inside my house anytime, so I have left my jewelries inside. So my pearls are there, my diamonds are there. So before leaving your house, if you're putting everything in your bank's safe locker, so you are quite free in your vacation. So decision making intuitively, you have to take your experiences, earlier experiences, into account. You have to you should listen to your subconscious mind, what it is trying to indicate. And you, that way you can prepare yourself for the potential consequences. अगर बैड टू वर्स्ट कंडीशन में ऐसा कुछ हो जाता है कि बहुत बिजली कड़क रही है, तो भी आपके इलेक्ट्रॉनिक गैजेट्स जो है वो सेफ है. अगर कहीं छोटा मोटा कुछ मिसहैप हो जाता है, अगर कोई छोटी मोटी आपके घर में चोरी होती है, सो यू आर सेविंग योर वैल्यूएबल्स बिफोरहैंड by putting them into safe custody. तो ऐसे decision, these decisions are very important. So you need to think, weigh the probabilities and desirabilities of certain decisions. ये सारे decisions के आपको probabilities and desirabilities आपको करना चाहिए. Another example I'll give you, that your laptop is constantly showing the threat of certain virus attacking your PC or your laptop, or they are showing that you need to take updates, or they are functioning very slow. You know that very soon you need to format your laptop. So at that time, the decision of transferring all the existing data in your laptop into some hard disk or pen drive will be the most desirable decision. आपके लिए बहुत ही डिजायरेबल डिसीजंस होगा. तो आपको क्या करना है, अपने डिसीजन के प्रोबेबिलिटी एंड डिजायरेबिलिटी आपको एक बार इवैल्यूएट करके देखना है. यू हैव टू ब्रेनस्टॉर्म, यू हैव टू टॉक. अगर आप इस बारे में खुद कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं है, you can ask your friend, your mentor, your family members for their opinion before coming on certain decisions. You should recognize and evaluate your assumptions. This we have already seen, that while making decisions, you should prioritize what is truly most important. And if there are some stress situations, बहुत stress situations है, तो आप, you need to interrogate yourself often. Instead of reacting to the stress situation, instead of shouting, getting hyper, you should address the element that creating stress. You should avoid the actions that are the outcome of those negative stress. You should address the problem instead of reacting. Respond to the stress, not to the situation. What is creating stress? Okay, I'm not ready for tomorrow's presentation. So instead of getting very anxious, instead of shouting at your family member, you should take some time to create your own presentation. आप अपना assignment complete करने पे उसको किस तरह से आप successfully कम time में कर पाओगे, you should focus on that. Instead of shouting, instead of creating scenes, आप अपना काम करने पे आप उसको फोकस करो. So that is what I had already talked about in the earlier slide, that you need to practice, you need to condition your brain to stay calm. आपको प्रायोरिटाइज करना है, आपके ब्रेन को उस तरह से ट्रेन करना है. फॉर डूइंग दैट यू हैव टू डिसिप्लिन योरसेल्फ अ लॉट. आपको अपने आप को बहुत सारा डिसिप्लिन करना है. यू नीड टू स्ट्राइक अ बैलेंस. आपको बैलेंस बनाकर रखना पड़ेगा बिटवीन योर इमोशनल एंड इंटेलेक्चुअल. जो आपका टर्मोइल है उसमें आपको हमेशा एक बैलेंस बनाकर रखना पड़ेगा. यू हैव टू कीप ऑन परफॉर्मिंग. आपको हमेशा ही चेकलिस्ट अपना कैरी करना है अपने ब्रेन में, एंड यू हैव टू कीप ऑन परफॉर्मिंग दोस थिंग्स सो दैट प्रेशर कंडीशंस कैन बी अवॉइडेड और कैन बी हैंडल्ड इफेक्टिवली. Now, what are the decisions that a student need to make? For students we have seen that they have to make many decisions. They need to take day in and day out, that which course to join, how to submit my reports, final reports on time, how to be on punctually, because nowadays we know that many of our students, they are busy in social networking site, so many a times they are unable to meet their deadlines, they are unable to meet their schedules or timelines properly. So what a student should do in order to work well or take proper decisions in pressure situations, they need to first of all do thorough research in the field where you need to take decision. जहां पर आपको डिसीजन लेना है उस फील्ड में आपको थorough रिसर्च आपको करना है. It is always advisable to consult your adults at home and at the same time your mentors. You should prioritize. आपको your exams are there around the corner, and at that time, if you will waste your time in watching cricket, in gaming, or in just watching reels on your mobile, so that will not help you achieve your goal. So dear student friends, it is not an advice, it is just a suggestion that you need to learn how to prioritize. मतलब कौन सा चीज आपके लाइफ में important है. It is not like only students are allured, attracted by the attraction of watching IPL matches and watching reels on their mobile. Even we adults also do the same. But you need to set timelines for them कि मुझे ये काम कितना समय के लिए करना है. How much of my 24 hours I should devote for this job, for this particular thing. You should keep on experimenting with different things. आपको अलग अलग चीजों से एक्सपेरिमेंट करना है. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है, a routine course of action might not yield that much of result as some new way of doing it can. So for experimenting, you should be open to suggestions. आपने अपने friends के suggestions आप लेने चाहिए. For example, you are going to your college every day on your bike and you are feeling fatigue. Your friend says, why don't you why don't you take metro? आपने metro में travel किया, that day you felt refreshed, you performed well, you were less fatigued. So you should keep on experimenting with different things. आपको अलग अलग ऑप्शंस में उसको एक्सपेरिमेंट करना है, राइट. इफ यू आर स्टक अप विद सर्टेन डिसीजंस, बेस्ट वे इज पीयर लर्निंग. यू शुड रोल प्ले अमंग योरसेल्फ. आप अपने फ्रेंड्स लोगों के साथ में रोल प्ले कर सकते हो कि सर्टेन सिचुएशन इज देयर, यू क्रिएट दैट सिचुएशन, यू एक्ट अ काइंड ऑफ ड्रामा एंड सी हाउ दैट प्रॉब्लम इज सॉल्व्ड. किस तरह से उसको सॉल्व किया गया है. Some unfinished story, you can float some unfinished story among your friends and they can give you suggestions. Certain indoor games are there, they sharpen your brain, They help you make your decisions well. For example, chess. So you keep on calculating your move in the game of chess. That train your brain to take measured actions, to take your decisions effectively. Now, importance of decision making. Why decision making? Why we are talking so much about decision making? Because effective decision making is crucial for the success of any organization. आज अपने पर्सनल लाइफ में आपको डिसीजन मेकिंग का बहुत यूज है. आगे जाकर when you will be an employee, at that time your good decisions, your problem solving ability, your innovation, your efficiency, it will give better outcomes, and it will give you competitive advantage, and you'll see that you'll be promoted well. आपको ज्यादा अच्छा promotion, आपको ज्यादा अच्छा height उसके वजह से मिलेगा. Good decision making will help you reach your goal. Take charge of your future. आप अपना फ्यूचर अपने हाथ में ले सकते हो अगर आप सही समय पे सही डिसीजन लेते हो, इंस्टेड ऑफ डिली डैलिंग, इंस्टेड ऑफ डिलेइंग, इंस्टेड ऑफ प्रोक्रेस्टिनेटिंग. अगर आप सही समय पर सही चीज करते हो, so you will see that you have taken full charge of your future in your hand. Learning decision making skill to make their own choice. मैंने as I have already told you that those students, those who have already taken decision about their faculty, about their field of studies at undergraduate level, or even in 10th standard for choosing their faculty in 11th, 12th, I congratulate them. Why? Because by having that ability to take your own decision, you have exhibited that you are independent, you are now responsible, you are more confident. So parents should refrain themselves from taking decision of their students on their behalf. Certain decisions they should leave on to their own children. When the child is growing up into young adult, तो हमें अपने बच्चों पर वो ट्रस्ट करना है कि that we should allow them to take their own decisions. I have seen at many places, at many houses, that the children are dependent on their parents for decisions like, Mama, today is certain party, so what should I wear in the evening? मैं क्या पहन कर जाऊं? Should I talk to that friend? How should I get my assignment? All these minor decisions, I have seen that young adults, they are dependent on their parents. They are not able to take their decisions. So you should be confident enough. You should be knowing yourself well. You should be aware of your resources. आपके पास क्या क्या resources है, तो उससे आप अपना decision और अच्छे से ले पाओगे. Now, dear student friends, I have talked enough about importance of decision making. I wish to thank the organizers once again for giving me this opportunity. And I wish that all of you should take benefit of such sessions and be very confident individual in the life. And you should make wonderful decisions, and that will change the course of your life for your future. And by wishing you all the best for your career ahead, for your life ahead, I end my presentation here. I once again thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Special thanks are due to Dr. Meenakshi Vasnik madam, Dr. Humaira madam, and Dr. Usha Sakore madam for giving me this opportunity. And I feel that I tried to do some justice with this topic. And with these words, I stop my screen sharing here.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the outstanding presentation that you had just given.
You have really wonderfully elaborated and made it so crisp. Although the concept itself, the topic itself was so vast, but then you made it so very clear, lucid for our students to understand. And even I hope like they had taken up quite a lot of tips from your end so as to make their decisions effective and not to get under pressure. So thank you for that wonderful discourse, ma'am. Now,
If there are any queries from the student side, they may
yeah, so
ask you.
yes. So if students have any sort of questions or queries, the platform is open for you all, dear students. You can ask ma'am. Ma'am is there.
Madam, there is a question that has come up from Shazia Khan, madam. The question that has come from Shazma Khan. She asks, ma'am, how can I get to know whether my decision is correct or not?
Whether your decision is correct or not, it depends on what kind of decisions you're making. In Sanskrit they say that kalaya tasmai namaha. That means time is most powerful thing. It tells you whether your decisions were right or wrong. Time only tells you. But at the same time, for